Okay, guys, welcome back to Lifelight Wisdom. I am currently at a park right now, as I've said, doing some sunbathing of my own. I should say. I'm really having a hard time with my tripod right now because this is more of like a smart, like a TikTok tripod. So um I'm not sure if it's really conducive for like filming tarot videos, but here we are. And yeah, it's just super quiet here and the energy is popping. So we have all our cards here with us. And as I've said in a previous, or as I've noticed, I don't know if I'll upload that video where I said this. Um, I've noticed like a lot of people resonate more with the abundance readings. And so, what I will do is I will be doing more of that in terms of abundance readings because abundance is not just about money, right? It's about love, it's about energy, it's about time. So, we're gonna work with that, okay? So, let's see. I'm just bringing out my cards. I don't know if it's better to do it like vertically, but I'm just gonna go with how I feel. And I don't even know what is the topic of this abundance reading yet, but let we're gonna let spirits guide us, okay? All right, let me see. Let's start with like the this oracle cards, and we'll let that guide us into choose like we'll let that guide the reading, okay? And then stay tuned for like abundance cards at the end, and we'll see. We'll see. Okay. So my tripod is in a very weird position right now. So do excuse me if that's not like I'm in a very awkward position right now. Okay. So anyway, so indulgence, disturbance, obscure irritation, supernatural. Hmm. But what is this? Oh, it's like a ghost attaching itself to someone. Okay. And then indulgence, interaction, joy, friendliness. Okay, that's. I think I can sort of understand. There are like big ducks like flying over here. Um, like like a whole flock just flew over me. Okay, and then withdrawal, quit, awakening, rejection. Okay, right. Let's see what else. Third wheel, energy, distrust, flirtatiousness. We're doing an abundance reading, so um, yeah. Let me just see. Sweet dream, satisfaction, comfortable, lazy day. Okay. Merit making, goodness, humanness, morality. Okay, this is what I'm feeling here from the get go. Okay, with the ghost here, there is something over your shoulder about. Oh, it's all diagonal. Sorry. So there's something looming over your shoulder with regards to your energy, your time, your abundance. And this is a general reading, so take it as it resonates. But this is about letting yourself receive, or like letting yourself enjoy the fruits of your labor, really. It's like you have the merit making here, you have the withdrawal, awakening, rejection. You are in the process of awakening to your abundance, but there is like a disturbance, like a third wheeling um, thing or energy that is blocking um, your energy, like the flow of abundance into your life right now. And I guess this is like that ghost of like you remember, like there's three things here, okay? There's like one, okay, you want to have abundance in your life, but then on the other hand, like you think of being indulging yourself, like resting, um like relaxing as not part of that abundance. Does that make sense? Like it's a lot of thinking, okay, I have to hustle more, I have to do more, and that's the ghost, that's the dead ghost, as like trying to weigh you down, trying to um pollute the energy at the moment with regards to your abundance. And I'm just going to say it directly, it's there are some shadows that are kind of blocking you. And this is a little bit of, with the third wheel here, it's about the mind and the heart, okay? It's not in coherence with each other. Now, you do have a lot of dreams, you do have a lot of um, positive things that you are trying to manifest into your life. And the thing is, I think the challenge here is trying to understand that when it comes to generating wealth, when it comes to generating abundance, indulgence, rest, relaxation is also part of it. You have to be comfortable and relaxed into accepting and being comfortable with the idea of receiving wealth or abundance, whether that's wealth, whether that's money, whether that's love. You have to be comfortable with receiving it. And that's a chip on your shoulder right now, because there might be some very entrenched uh, thoughts about wealth or like abundance that is holding you back. And it's like kind of withdrawal, and it's like kind of uh, you are essential in, like, by not addressing this thing that's blocking you, by not addressing this shadow, by not addressing the truth that rest is also part of it, um you're essentially rejecting abundance, okay? Because it's all about like, okay, like we live in a hustle culture, we live in a mind controlled world. I'm just reading The Power of Now just a while ago. And it's all about merit making, like we build, we try to control all these structures. And um we forget that rest is also part of it. I had this realization recently that um, true wealth is, that luxury to be able to do nothing and not worry, right? So I was like, because when I think of, okay, I want to be wealthy, why do I want to be, let's say, okay, I want to be a billionaire or something, I want to be rich, I want to win the lottery, for example. Why do I want to have that much amount of money, essentially? Personally, for me, I want to be able to sleep and not have to worry about tomorrow or like the bills getting paid, um like not worry about where food is coming from or where my luxuries are coming from. That's the true wealth. It's not about the money, it's about having that ability to rest and ability to relax in to whatever life situation that you have right now. And even if you do not have that amount of money, who's to say that you cannot um, be wealthy right now? Who's to say that you cannot be abundant right now? If you are in that energy and if you're in that frequency right now, um, it's a no brainer that more and more opportunities are going to come into your life. Okay, so let's just look at the shadow here. Let's just look at the shadow a little bit here. Okay, let me just shuffle it for you. Resistance. See, that's that's what I said. Resistance. Go with the flow and be open to life's changes, oppositions, refusal, denial. By refusing to accept that rest is also part of that cycle of abundance, you are actually resisting um, abundance, simply put, because you're cock blocking the energy essentially for it to come and flow into you. That's creating resistance, and that's delaying whatever it is that um, that is that you are trying to manifest. Okay, and then of course we have fear. Fear is like face your darkness is the only way to find a guiding light. Anxiety, apprehension, phobia. I'm willing to bet like somewhere around along this reading, like you will, oh, like somewhere along this reading, you are going to um, find being present as a as an advice for you, because in the present moment actually fear cannot exist, because fear is something that is created by the egoic mind for it to perpetuate itself, to create stories about who you were in the past, and to create problems where none exist. Okay, I just want to point out a little bit that the wind blew a card here, extraordinary. There's a wild and impetuous uniqueness to you that deserves to be honored. There is that uniqueness, and it's like in a world full of a hustle culture, it's very unique to think of yourself, and it's very radical to think of yourself as just not having to hustle, as like letting go of the need to hustle and to, to work and to like chase after things, but instead it's very radical to just be, to change your energy, to fix your energy, and let the same frequency of abundance, or like let similar things be attracted to your life. Okay, and then yeah, find strength in self-sufficiency and empowerment. So reliance, neediness, addiction, you have certain addictions to reliance addiction. So like you would have certain addictions to old patterns is what I'm getting here. Okay, so this is the theme of the reading. So we're going to see. I don't know if I should do shadow work or tarot. Okay, let's do a tarot. Let's do the tarot. Oh, and I was going to do the stained glass. I was going to do the stained glass tarot, but I tonight is well, it's last night the full moon started. The full moon cycle started. So we're gonna go with the moon cards. Okay, all right. Five of Swords. Okay, current energies. hmm Two of Moons. Two of Moons here is Two of Cups, and Nine of Stars is Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. Five of Swords and Nine of Swords. So there is a conflict here. There's like a no-win situation here. Let me see. Ten of Moons. It's the body versus the mind. It's the feeling versus the thoughts. Okay, so there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of worry here when it comes to your current state of abundance, and it has been like challenged, like okay, like I'm not winning as much as I thought I am. But the thing is, you are working on yourself is what I'm seeing here. Like you have the Nine of Stars, which is the Nine of Pentacles, and being independent on your of anything else, being okay with yourself, and maybe you are trying to manifest love as well. If not, if this is something with regards to your career or with your work, with life, this is about a contract. This is about an agreement. And the thing is, you have the completion, you have the happiness in your hands. Okay, it's just I think it's almost there, you're getting there. The funny thing about this deck is like you have the Ten of Moons, And the 10 of moons has that mountain. It's like you have 10 full moons here. Oh, and then you have the 5 of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords. I think it's high time that we let go of that poverty mindset, is what I'm hearing here. Let go of the shadows that I mentioned a while ago about not being able, about rest, about taking care of yourself, about self-care, about self-love being something that is not conducive to create abundance, because that is actually the opposite. You have to nourish before you can flourish. And I think that's the message here. Okay, let me see what else. And 4 of Swords. I understand that like you're in a time of introspection right now. Like you're trying to um come back within to yourself. Like this card is in a very meditative position. You have the, like you have a crescent moon. I'm not sure if it's a waning or like a waxing crescent. um I'll study the moon cycles again. However, personally I've been like kind of following the moon cycles, but we just came out of like a new moon and then a quarter moon, which is like a time for a lot of reflection, a time of actually rest. Okay, and that's the thing. That's the download. I've been personally also resting. Like I haven't been posting as much on Lifelight Wisdom, but it is a lot of reflection, a lot of realizations, a lot of shadow work, a lot of facing the shadows. And that is what is needed for us to be able to actually live in abundance and achieve our abundance. That's all there is to it, really. And um, there is resistance to that process of resting. There is resistance to the process of relaxing into it and like regulating your nervous system. And that's not helping. That is what's not helping. Okay. Right. Ace of Moons. So that's the Ace of Cups. Because if you are present, if we are present in our feelings, in our body, on the things that make us happy, and they are gonna come, because you do have the 9 of Pentacles here, you have the 10 of Cups here. It's not like wealth that is just money. It's wealth that is rich in emotional satisfaction, emotional intelligence on your part, and then being able to manifest with the universe, and like seeing a lot of synchronicities with the universe, with the two of moons here, or the 2 of Cups here. Okay. And the 9 of Wands, you have been very resilient. You have been very resilient. Um, and then there you go. You have been very resilient, trying to do everything, trying to work on yourself, trying to face the shadows, really, and meditating. Like you, if you found this video, you are absolutely, absolutely doing the work here. And you are developing yourself. It's like like I'm hearing personal development classes, but it's like the Queen of Wands is very charismatic. She is very showy, right? Like she is a queen that is going to be seen. And that's the thing, is like you're preparing to be seen. You're preparing, oh my god, you're preparing to be seen and to be so rooted in your abundance. You are awakening. Like this is the Page of Wands. Like I understand that like this is the start of the process of like building your empire, is what I'm hearing. But you are in the state of becoming. You're in the state of blooming. And it's a process. It doesn't happen instantly or overnight, but it can, like it can if you want it to. But it's also having to realize that there's like a process to this growth. There's a cycle there. It's a cycle of growth, and we have to kind of ride with the flow, ride with the steps. Okay, and we are awakening. This is your apocalypse. This is your apocalypse. Apocalypse, by the way, is not does not mean end of the world and complete destruction. Apocalypse means awakening. That's what is judgment. Like, so you are awakening to the true power. And this is not an accident that this card flew away onto the grass. And it's being able to realize what you are worth. It's realizing your own true value. And it's completely fine to like feel like, okay, I'm a little bit lost. Not all those who wander are lost. That's the thing that I'm hearing with this wanderer card. But as I've said, it's a lot of introspection right now. It's a lot of trying to understand what makes you you, what makes you unique, and what are the skills that you have, what are the tools that you have in your arsenal in order to, oh my god, okay, um well, in order for you to um manifest the things that you want, in order to have that abundance that you want. Not all who wander are lost, is what I'm hearing here. And then you have, oh my god, this is a new journey for you. There's like cycles starting and um restarting, but you see, like it's jumping in. Oh my god. King of Moons is King of Cups, King of Wands. So the kings in the tarot is usually um the ones who uses the powers of their suit to be able to make tangible and visible changes within their world, within their environment. And um yeah, it's gonna come. See, oh my god, then you have the Emperor. See, right now it's a lot of self-care for you. It's a lot of rest. You have to honor the part of yourself that needs rest, that needs care, that needs to nourish, that needs to um like love yourself, that needs to be soft, that needs to um my god, this is beautiful. Like that needs like companionship, that needs community, because this is um because that's the illusion here, is that there's like a separation between the two, but they are not. They are part of the same whole, they are part of the same cycle. And that will help you, this rest, this emotional understanding, this emotional intelligence, this work that you are doing, understanding your fears, understanding your limits, understanding your abilities, that is what's going to help you actually make actions, to take actions within the 3D in order for you to translate all these things that light you up, all these emotions that light you up into um, abundant changes in your life. And that is such a beautiful thing. Okay, that is such a beautiful thing. Now let's see divine abundance cards. This is getting to be a long reading. um, I could talk all day, but all the birds are coming out as well, so they're all flying over. They were in a they were in, there's like a little lake, man-made lake or swamp over there, and like there's otters there sometimes, but there was like a flock of birds over there. Oh, it's like a marsh, not a swamp, a marsh. And now they are flying around. Okay, what did I say? Companionship, companionship, sanctity. Through offering, even the most mundane problem can become a sacrament. So this is offer yourself the rest that you need, is what I'm hearing. Offer yourself the rest that you need. In that mundane act of resting, it's not even mundane, it's very radical to rest in a world that tells you to hustle. But right now in Paris, like it's August, so everything is kind of shut down. Everyone is on vacation. The only people like in Paris are mostly like tourists right now. But uh, August is really a time for rest here in France. Um, and like a lot of pauses. Okay, so I was just reading last night as well. Like I was like I continued reading today, but I was reading The Power of Now last night, and you know I reread that part where it says there is no such thing as problems. There are only situations to be dealt with in the present or in a future now. Okay, problems are creations of the mind. Okay, problems. If you take a second right now to pause, and you would realize that you really don't have any true problems right at this moment. Of course, okay, like you are going to have to pay the bills or whatever in the future, but that is in the future. That is not in the now. And being present, that is such a radical thing for you to do. And also being present and accepting um, the need to rest. I'm always going to reiterate in this reading the need to rest. Okay. And then also companionship, like being with like minded people, being with the like minded energy with similar frequencies is also very, very, um, very instrumental for you to manifest abundance. Okay. Today is 8/8, I think. So I'm filming this on Lion's Gate, and the sun is shining down directly on me. And then you have love, allowing, and reframe. This is happening for me, not to me. Um, yeah, this is actually very beautiful. So, wow. Okay. You have love. Divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation, only love itself. Yeah, love in its many, many forms. Whether that's self love, but I think that's what Whitney Houston says, right? Like the greatest love of all. Learning how to love yourself, that is the greatest love of all. And yeah, that is the that is your salvation. Why? Because when you are so secure within yourself, when you love yourself, when you give yourself the love that you ask for the universe, when you act in a way that is abundant, when you give yourself the abundance that you are asking for, and I'm not talking about money, I'm talking about like your energy, like an abundant kind of love to yourself, that's when it all shows up. And then allowing radical acceptance says yes to reality in any given moment. Um, so what's needed can come next. So yeah, isn't that what I said? It's like stop the resistance, like allowing yourself to rest as well, um, which is also a very radical thought for a world that is run by the ego. Um, is what allows things to flow. It allows what comes next to come into your present. And then divine source. Divine source is love. This both of them are linked. Okay? Help me know that all my deepest needs will be met. Let me trust that you have a plan and the right actions will come. You are my source for all. And the source is love. And if you give yourself an abundance of love, that is the answer. Um, and that can be in so many ways. That like give yourself the actions that is most loving to you. Only you know what is loving to you, and also what can be loving to others, because of course we are all connected. We are part of the same source. Okay, let me just close this out with a angel card. Now you have 777 here on the top of the deck. Change of perspective, perseverance, change of perspective, reflection, inner strength, wisdom, enlightenment. There's a need for a change of perspective, whatever has taken over you now. If you want to succeed, you need to keep going down the road you're on. Reach for the wisdom within, and then you'll just know what the right next step is. As I've said, right now is a moment of divine pause, and that pause, that rest, is very much necessary for you to be equipped, very well equipped, in the coming days or in the coming months with regards to what you need to do. Okay, let's see. That's a lot. I'll just take one. Just one card. Willpower, social skills. Again, two. Only one, please. Just one. One main message, please, angels. Thank you. All right. The big break. 1515. Innovation, focus, creation, progress, forward movement, skills, and goals. An opportunity, help, extra cash, or other support is coming your way. So keep going and have fun when performing your task. The most tremendous success comes from passion. All efforts will be rewarded big time. You are in a state of becoming. You are like your rest is preparing you for that big break. I mean, take it as you will, take it as it resonates, but that's it. You know, you're in the process of creation. Like you're in creation, like you're being comfortable with receiving, and receiving the things that you create. And I think I will end that. I will end this reading with that. Thank you so much for joining me. The sun is setting a little bit, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.